Prison. Ah! Getting out of prison. Crazy. Getting out of prison. Yes. What's poppin', man? It's your boy E.I. the King, and this is the Incarceration podcast where I talk about prison, pre, post, and present, and how everything that I experienced throughout my incarceration has forever changed my life. This is the Incarceration. All right, so once again, man, listen, I did over 12 years in prison. And, I got out 3 times. I did 3 bids. The first bid I did 2.5 years. I got out for 8 months. I went back again. Then I did 2 years, got out for 6 months. And then I went back and I did a 9 piece in which I did 7 years and 8 months on that bid. So not only, as an adult in adult prison, but also including like juvenile detentions and juvenile programs, I've definitely have gotten out many times, including county jail. But it's different, of course, whenever you go to prison, adult prison, and especially whenever you do a long bid. The getting out and the feelings and the anticipation of getting out is absolutely insane. So what I specifically want to talk about today is short time syndrome. And to explain, first of all, the definition of what that means. Short time syndrome, if anybody who's done time, you already know what I'm talking about. Forever convict family, y'all already know what I'm talking about when it comes to short time syndrome. For those of you who have not done time and don't know what that term or definition means, or if you have and you just never heard it put that way, short time syndrome means that like you are at the very end of your bid. You only got like a year left, 6 months, 8 months, or however many days, 90 days, 30 days. And if you've done time, you obviously know, especially when you do a long bid, like a decade, like, when you get down to like the last 3 years, like, that's the downslope of your bid. You're counting down the months. It's hard not to. A chain gang convict rule of thumb is, you don't ever count your time, because whenever you count the time, when you're always looking at the calendar, it drags and it makes time go by that much more slower than it already does. So you don't ever count the time. You just let the calendars, you let the years go by. But whenever you're on the downslope of your bid, when you're about to get out, it's hard not to count the months. It's hard not to count the years, because you're just that excited and you're anticipating release. So whenever you get down towards the end of your bid, whether it be a year, 6 months, whatever, that's what's called short time syndrome. And that's that brief window of, the convict, the inmate awaiting release. And what that means, short time syndrome, is you are completely mentally checked out of prison. Like, you want to go home so bad. So therefore, everything sucks. I don't care if it's the bird tray in the chow hall, chicken on the bone, something that every prison throughout America, especially in the state of Florida, we only get chicken on the bone once a week. That's the day that the chow hall is flooded. Everybody's going, and that's something that everybody looks forward to every week, just because it's real meat, it's chicken on the bone, and normally it's fire. Everybody's going to the chow hall with their own special sauces, and that's something that you look forward to in prison. But whenever you have short time syndrome, when you're about to get out, you're mentally checked out of prison. Therefore, you hate everything. You don't care about the yard no more. You don't care about canteen no more. Even when you got money, the honey buns and the bricks and the spreads and the goulashes and all those things don't even mean anything to you, because you are already so mentally prepared and ready to get out and get home and get back to your family that you want absolutely nothing to do with prison. You got short time syndrome. A lot of times you'll even get isolated from your friends and your homies, just because all you're doing all day long is fantasizing and thinking about your release. And for anybody who's done time, forever convict family, you already know that short time syndrome is something serious. I believe there's a lot of people, man, who experience, self-destruct mode when they get to short time syndrome, especially people, old school convicts, or people who've been down for decades, or calendars and calendars been down a long time. The weight of reality begins to set in our minds and just like on our shoulders, like, dang, dog, like you about to get out. And for especially the people who don't have family and support, all the worries, all the concerns, and all the unknowns that await, that specific individual awaiting their release. They're unsure what's gonna face them. So a lot of times, man, I seen a dude almost stab somebody before he went home. The night before he went home, he almost stabbed somebody. I mean, mean? Like, and that was a perfect case example. And he did over 10 years. And it was over something petty at the water fountain and somebody bucking him in line for hot water. And I don't think it was so much the situation where he felt disrespected, but I genuinely think it's because he was in fear of getting out and he was in fear of the unknown. And that was short time syndrome. You know what I mean? That he was, crashing out in self-destructive mode because he didn't know what awaited him. So back to short time syndrome, man, and getting out of prison. From my experience personally, this last bid, like I already mentioned, I was sentenced to a 9-piece. And with all my gang time, all my good time, I had to do 7 years and 8 months on that 9-piece. So whenever I got down to like 3 years, because in the state of Florida, they have what's called work release. And work release is whenever you get released from like the original prison that you're in, like a maximum security or medium minimum, wherever you're at. And because if you have low custody and within a 2-year time gap window, you can be released from prison, even though you're still on your prison bid, and they transfer you to a work release facility. And that's like more like the lowest security they have. It's normally like abandoned hotels. It can be ran by, the state, like real prison officers, or it can be a private work release that's ran by like other organizations, but you're still an inmate, you're still on your prison bid, and they just give you the permission by a GPS monitor on your ankle to be able to leave the work release center to go work out in society. And it's supposed to give you soft skills to help you adjust back into society, and also too, it gives you the benefit to actually get a paying job. But the only catch is that they take 50% of your check. The private work release centers, they'll take 65% of your check. But either way, though, man, it's a huge blessing. And it was a huge blessing for me. I saved up a whole bunch of money preparing, coming home, and just the reality of being able to get out of prison, even though you're still doing your prison time, but you're in the free world and you just got to go back to that work release center every night. But the whole point I'm getting at is during my last bid, that short time syndrome began to kick in early around that 3-year mark, because I was so eagerly anticipating being able to go to work release so I could be out and I could be outside of prison, but also too, so therefore I could be at the work release center and make money. So for me, like my short time syndrome of like wanting to get out of prison set in super early. But my experience was a little different because right when I got eligible, it's 19 months or less in the state of Florida. When you got 19 months or less on your bid, if you're in minimum custody, you can sign up for work release. So right whenever my 19-month mark hit and I hit minimum custody, COVID-19 hit. And they shut down all the prisons throughout all the states of Florida, throughout all the state of Florida. They stopped doing transfers. They stopped allowing people to go to work release. And even the people at the work release centers, from what I was hearing, they weren't even allowing them to leave the work release center to go to work. So the whole prison system was on lockdown, quarantine, and that was hands down the worst time of my life, because the dorm that I was in, the prison I was at, they weren't allowing us to go to yard. They weren't allowing us to go to canteen. We couldn't go to school. We couldn't go to chapel. We couldn't go to any programs. And we were just locked down in our dorm 24/7. Until slowly after a couple months, they began to like loose up on the restrictions, and they'll let, one wing of the dorm go out to rec one side at a time. They will let one wing hit canteen like once a week, but still like you're barely getting any food. Everybody's getting cabin fever because we're cooped up in the dorm. There's more like tension in the dorm and more fights, more conflict. And especially me, like, I was already mentally checked out of prison. I wanted to go home. I wanted to get from around prison. Nothing interests me anymore. I didn't care about no canteen. I didn't care about, no offense to my dogs, I just wanted to get out, see my children, get back in contact with my family, and go to work release and start saving money. But when COVID hit, man, that stopped everything. So my short time syndrome intensified by 10. And another symptom of short time syndrome is like, like I already mentioned, you don't want to talk to nobody. Like everything pisses you off. You're super irritable. You're super like, just kind of like, you hate where you at, obviously. But whenever you're doing a long bid, and this is one thing a lot of people don't understand. Like whenever you're doing prison time, if you're doing like a short bid, like, it's different than when you're doing a long bid. And I guess it also depends upon like how many times you've been to prison. When I went to prison the first time, I was 18 years old, and I only got sentenced to 2.5 years. And I pretty much maxed out and had to do pretty much all of my 2.5 years. But I was 18 years old. Like, Everybody else my age was like graduating high school and getting their high school diploma, or they're walking down the runway getting their diplomas. I'm walking down prison hallways getting my GED in prison. So for me at 18, going into prison my first time, like my whole world came crashing down. Even though it was only 2.5 years, still like to me at 18, like that felt like a lifetime. Plus, my baby mom was pregnant with my twins, my boy and a girl. They were born when I was in prison. I wasn't able to see them till they were a year old in visitation for the first time. So therefore, like that 2.5 years felt like it was forever. But my second bid, I only got sentenced to 2 years, and I already been to prison before. So like that 2 years was like a quick vacation for me. It was nothing. Like I already knew what to expect. I already been to prison, so there was no really unknowns that I was like afraid of, or I didn't know what to expect. I just went up the road, stayed out the way, stayed in my lane, did my time, and went home. But then whenever I got my third bid, like I already mentioned, I got sentenced to 9 years. Man, I approached that bid entirely different. And that's the principle that I'm kind of leaning in on right now, is whenever you get sentenced to prison with different amounts of time, or if it's your first time or not, you approach your bid differently. And what I mean by that, whenever I got sentenced to the 9 years, like, yo, like I'm not even thinking about home. Like honestly, like you have to mentally check out of society, especially because I already went to prison twice. I already knew what to expect. I knew I'm doing 9 years in prison. So like I'm not even thinking about home. You know, as sad as I have to say it, especially when I had kids, but I knew that I couldn't like beat my case. You know, I already knew that I was getting spared by the mercy of God and not getting PR'd and hit with a 20-year sentence or 15-year sentence, because I was facing 66 years. I had an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on law enforcement officer. I had aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer. I had battery on a civilian, fleeing and eluding, DUI. I was in a high-speed chase and accidentally hit a police officer during the high-speed chase. So they could have easily PR'd me, which is Prison Reoffender Act, or HVO'd me, which is Habitual Violent Offender Act me, and I could have got hung. But because a police officer barely got hit, my paperwork even says that he had minor abrasions to his leg. Like he literally, to this day though, I still don't remember anything. I lost all memory because I was in an extremely bad car accident. But you know, their statements, the police officers, you know, he only had minor abrasions to his leg. He walked in front of the vehicle and his leg got clipped. So even though it was kind of like a bogus, you know, sporadic, crazy accident on my end, still the charges in and of themselves carry a lot of points, and I could have got hung. So they gave me the bare minimum according to the points that I measured out to, and I was given 9 years. But the whole reason why I say all that is I knew I was stuck with that 9 piece. And I knew that I was looking at the next decade in prison. So therefore, I had to mentally check out of society. And I couldn't even think about the streets. You know what I mean? I wasn't worried about like my homies. I wasn't worried about no girls riding with me. I wasn't worried about none of that. I realized, and that's how you have to approach prison differently when you catch a lot of time. Because prison in itself is like a separate world from society. You know, it's its own world in itself behind the fence. And I already knew that I had to focus on my time. I had to focus on me, and I really just had to be busy, you know, because that's probably the biggest prison hack of all time about doing time. That if you just lay around thinking about the streets and always trying to get on the phone, and so don't get me wrong, some people do their time like that. You know, some people are blessed with a support system to always be on the phone and to always have visitation every week and things like that. I know lifers like that. But for me, and I know a lot of other convicts who've done a lot of time, like that's not by any means the way that I choose to do time, because then you're always thinking about your family. You're always thinking about your loved ones. You're always thinking about your girl. You're always thinking about the streets, and you're also thinking about everything that you're missing. It's so much easier from my experience to focus on yourself. Of course, you know, I still wrote my children all the time. I called them as much as I could. I was only able to see them once a year, and sometimes I went years without seeing them, but because that was my situation. I barely had any visits, but once again, that's because that was my situation. But it was easier for me to focus on myself and prison and everything going on around me because my time was going by fast. You know, so I wasn't worried about getting out, you know, for years. I was just focused on, yo, when's the menu going to change? When they going to pop this door so I can go to yard and work out, or, you know, play basketball, or, you know, go to chapel or get involved in ministry. I was focused on everything that was going on around me, and I was focusing on the betterment of myself. I got my college degree when I was in prison. And ultimately, like I always share, man, God radically transformed my life while I was incarcerated, man. I authentically encountered Jesus, and my prison biz became like missionary journeys where God not only was transforming my life, but God began to show me the call and purpose he had for my life, and God was using me to empower and impact other people as well. But the whole point I'm getting at is on that long bid, like, yo, you're not even worried about the streets. You're just focused on prison. You're focused on what's going on around you. You got to survive. You got to navigate through the hostile environment. But then whenever you start getting closer to home, like I already mentioned at the beginning of this live, you're on your downslope and you're doing time. So when you're on the downslope of your bid, now you know you only got a few years left. And now you're beginning to like, okay, prepare for your release and coming up with a game plan and strategizing of where you're gonna move, how you're gonna, make money. Are you gonna start a business? You're gonna get a job, and you're thinking of all these things. So now your mind is beginning to shift from prison. Now it's shifting to society. And especially when you get really close, like I don't care who it is, man. Like, once again, the number one prison hack of doing time is like you want to be busy, number one, and you want to focus on prison, and you don't want to focus on the streets, but you don't ever count time. You don't ever count days. You don't ever count months. Like, you count calendars. Honestly, probably the biggest holiday in prison is New Year's. Hands down. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, people goulash and make bricks and spreads, and everybody eats good, and, for holidays, Christmas and Thanksgiving, and for people's birthdays and things like that. But hands down, like, the biggest holiday in prison is New Year's Eve, to be exact. Why? Because that's another year down. And even the lifers, who maybe even accepted the fact that they may never get out, it seems like everybody in prison like really champions New Year's. And I think it's more so, it's kind of like an unspoken thing. I think it's more so just because of the fact that it's another calendar year down and everybody's a year closer to home. And once again, man, like, I went to prison with a 9-piece thinking that was a bid. But then again, when you got a whole bunch of homies and big homies who got life sentences and not coming home, or people like the average person around you has 60 years and 40 years, like, yo, that 9-piece is nothing. Obviously a lifer would be, give his arm to have a release date. He wouldn't even care if it's 40 years. At least he knows that there's light at the end of the tunnel. So going back to, getting out of prison and having that short time syndrome, especially whenever you're doing a long bid and now you only got 6 months left, or 30 days or 90 days, it's like, once again, mentally you are already checked out of prison. You want nothing to do with prison and you're ready to go. And it can really cause you to be super irritable, super frustrated. I remember a lot of my dogs who were in the dorm with me when I was waiting to go to work release, and a lot of my homies, got a lot of time. So they would pull up on me and they would see me with like a long face, you know what I mean? I wouldn't really be pulling up on them like I can normally do and laughing and kikiing. I would from here and there, but they were like, dog, like, what's up, bro? Like, chill, like, get out your head, dog. Like, you going home, bro. Like, be happy. And they couldn't really identify and relate because they don't know. Number one, I was scared about getting out. I was fearful of the unknown. All I know is prison. I did over 12 years in prison. From 18 to 31, I only was out for 14 months. And that's not even including like all the juvenile detention and juvenile programs. So I was like institutionalized. So getting out and restarting a life at I came home 31. I think I was 31 when I got out, and I missed so much of my life and so much experience. And, I was fearful. I mean, of course I was excited. I couldn't wait to get out, but there was so much of the unknown that was in front of me that I was unsure of what to expect. And it caused me to be fearful. It caused me to be anxious. But also, too, like I said, I was mentally checked out and I was ready to go. So I didn't really want to be around nobody. I didn't want to talk to nobody. And once again, that's called short time syndrome. So I'm gonna go ahead and start running through these comments, man, and start answering these questions. Robert Townsend, what's going on? Chance Blade, what's good? What's up? Angel, what's good? He called me Paul Wall. What's good, Angel? Chance Blade, I'm doing good. How you doing, bro? Daniel J says, you on the Roy's, my guy? Nah, bro, this is a chain game build right here, dog. Robert Townsend, he said, told nothing about the truth. Appreciate the encouragement. Daniel J said convict music. Hey man, shout out Forever Convict. Oh, listen, by the way, if y'all have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do so. This is the Incarceration Podcast. Please subscribe to this channel. We're already at 18K. We're on a journey to 50,000 subs. So if you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Share this channel with anybody who enjoys prison content. All we do is talk about prison, man. Like I said, I did over 12 years in prison. So all I do is share crazy, funny, weird, all types of different type of prison stories. So if you have not subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Share this channel with anybody who enjoys prison content. And also too, I am a rapper. My artist name is E.I. the King. E.I. the King. My music is on all platforms, Apple, Spotify. Check out my music. I wrote my first album while I was in prison. A lot of my music comes from my prison experiences. And I even still write intentionally today to those who are incarcerated to empower them and remind them that even in the midst of their incarceration, God has purpose for their lives. So I also have another YouTube channel. It's my official artist channel, E.I. the King. And on that channel, I also have another podcast. It's called Let Me Talk, Bro. So please go and subscribe to that channel as well, E.I. the King. Hey, View, what's good? We knew you were in prison before you ever told us. Why? Because of tattoos? Bookie J's was good. Product of the trenches. Shout out, man. Appreciate this being your first time on the channel, dog. Subscribe, keep following the journey, bro. Appreciate the love. Bookie J's was good. Longbeard. He doesn't even have prison tattoos. That's actually cap. All this right here, bro, every tattoo I got is prison tattoos. Just because it doesn't look trash doesn't mean it's not prison work. All this is prison work. There's only one tattoo I have that's not prison work. And that's this tattoo right here. That name, Agnes, I got that when I was 17 on the streets. 16, actually. But I got ran over, of course, in prison. All this right here, bro, is prison work. I'm fully wet. My legs, thighs, everything, dog. I got a little bit of space in my thighs, but I'm fully covered, and it's all in prison. Bruno, are you on here talking about being a former prisoner? Yes. Odie, man, Christ is Lord. Major facts, man, the King of Kings. Juwanel Jefferson, you got out last year. Hard as hell to get a job. I disagree. You know what I mean? I feel like there's so much work out here. But once again, I really only had one job working for somebody else. I started my own business. So I just encourage you, man. Number one, see God. Ask God to open up doors for you. Don't give up. Let's get it, man. Don't give up. So yeah, like that would be my advice. Don't give up. Keep filling out applications. Go the extra mile. Go pull up at the job. Talk to the hiring manager. And even if you got to take a less paying job, hey, it's a stepping stone. Don't give up. Cure, he says, when you get out of that jail cell, I'm not in jail. This is all from my prison biz. Albert Hefner was good. Did all my time in Florida prisons. I was at, I think, 9 different prisons. Cure says something about, I don't know. He says the Alibaba version of Colin Kaepernick. User unknown. I appreciate that. Hey, once again, man, this channel is welcome to all trolls, dog. Like, I don't mind trolling, roasting the comments, is whatever. I genuinely think it's humorous. It doesn't bother me at all. So welcome all the troll comments. Edgar Catalan, follow. Welcome to L Street. Bush Capelos, what do you think about narcissist parents? I'm not sure. Not good parenting. User unknown, still bragging about being in prison. I'm not bragging about being in prison. I'm sharing my experiences, bro. That bottom row of my is wow. You talking about my beard? Or are you talking about my teeth? My teeth are a little crooked. Kill the Batman, what's going on? She said, what's up, Jailbird? Albert Hefner up the road, must be from Florida. Facts, you spotted it, hit it dead on. But I think that's like a national term. Like, I think that's used all through our prisons in the nation. User unknown, keep on coming with the troll comments. Can you give me my fry red, what's going on? What's good, shout out, subscribe, fam. Cure, what's going on? You're gonna have you sent for life, conflict. Cure, appreciate that. What's MOD mean? I'm not sure what that means, Miss Fry Red. Yep, Florida, Albert Hefner, the Brian, YT show. How about straighten out, not going to prison? Definitely facts, not going any more prisons. Gangnam, what do you think about Jews? They are God's chosen people in the Bible. V, can you shout out my little brother? His name is Nick. What's going on? Little brother. Oh, little brother. Shout out to your little brother, Nick. Kobe Hutchison's, that they are trolling. Jordan said, cool story. Appreciate that. Mole man versus lizard man. Who would win? Lizards? No, I don't know. Moles eat lizards, right? So I don't know. User, 9 piece. This ain't Popeyes, bro. Talking about the years. LC was good. Hey, yo, you joined. Denny said he joined NA this month and got 3 days sober. Hey, man, congrats, bro. Shout out to sobriety, bro. Keep going one day at a time. Our fulfillment's only found through faith in Jesus, so stay encouraged, bro. Um, User, keep on coming with the troll comments. User unknown. Jordan was good. Cure says this is AI. Clearly, your homies ain't have your commissary. I don't know what you mean by that. Chris Capeek, what's going on? Shout out to you. I appreciate listen, I got a whole bunch of playlists, a whole bunch of other stories, things like that. I was just talking about getting out, short time syndrome, trap for family. What's going on, fam? Shout out, God bless you as well. Chris Jr. was good. Shout out to you. Facts, the Brian YT show, definitely staying out of prison. Chris Jr. was good. Jordan was good. User unknowns, clowning about missionary journeys. Jake said, did you have to join your own race for protection? No, I didn't. Got a street background, but ultimately, bro, God's favor and protection was upon me. But always, man, I've always been super social, got along with everybody. Most of my homies were like heads of gangs. So yeah, I never really had no conflict. I had my fair share of conflict for sure, but it wasn't like wow. Kiba Sim was good. Malachi was good. Jordan says, cool. Sounds like you want to go back. I do go back to prison all the time. I was just there, I think, a couple times the other week. I go back to prison all the time, dog, all throughout the nation. Going back into prisons and jail, sharing my story, sharing how God transformed my life. We go back in there preaching the gospel and performing. So yes, I do go back all the time. Wild Dick Brick. I thank you for leaving America, go to jail. I'm not sure what you're saying. Do you believe in redemption? Cosmico, definitely, through faith in Jesus. Catalina Ramirez says, do you have a favorite NFL team? I don't really watch sports at all, but if I was to mention, it would probably be Cowboys, Texans, and the Buccaneers. Jordan, do you drop the soap for your homies? Definitely not. That was pretty good, though. Like, pour one out for your homies, drop the soap for your homies. That's pretty creative, Jordan. Good job. Ben Hertz, no point, uninteresting. Sorry, dog. Pativa Nabila was good. Mr. Tibbles says shorty with autism. Ben Hertz, I like the beard, dog. I don't want to shave. Mike Kurgan, do I value life more? Most definitely, bro, especially freedom, man. I tell people all the time, the best hustlers are guys getting out of prison because we understand what it's like to have our life taken from us, our freedom, being snatched out of society. So if we come home focused, with the proper game plan, doing the right thing, bro, best businessmen, best hustlers you'll ever meet, dog. Jordan, dog's waiting for you. Vishal, what's going on? Mr. Tibbles, you're in a good mood. A new age of heroes. Half the people here haven't even went to jail or prison. That's probably true. Al Osini was good. Daniel Foy was. I don't know what you mean. POSD, am I single? Yes. Exorcies, what percentage of people never get financially set after prison, in your opinion? Bro, recidivism, that means going back to prison. The rate is obviously through the roof. So obviously a lot they get out and they reoffend and go back to lifestyles of crime. And personally, a lot of people out getting out of prison, it's a small percentage of people who actually get out and do good, just to be honest. But there are plenty of people who do. Don't take that for granted. There are a lot of people who do. And I do know plenty of them as well. But I know a lot of people who are in prison, so therefore I know a lot of people who get out. But sadly, it's sad to see a lot of people do go back, He said, half the people here are smart enough not to go to prison. Hopefully that's true. My brother makes 3 figures after jail, so yes. 3 figures? He meant 6, but that's good. JFT, stop waffling. Ali R, love your background, notes and commissary items, facts. All those are like prison letters, and that's the yellow stuff is the Keefy Coffee single serving, that tuna pack. Pictures of me and my kids in Vizzo, all prison memorabilia. How long we are before you sign up for Grindr? Is that dating app? Nah, I never signed up, dog. DMK boys. That was the hardest part of me getting out. When you get close to these guys, you're like brothers, and it really hurts when you leave. I was just telling somebody the other day, one of the worst parts about prison is getting transferred just randomly, or like your homie gets transferred. Hey, whoever sent the dollar, man, I really appreciate the love, for real. I appreciate that. I'm gonna scroll down and give you a shout out in a second. Um, but yeah, man, like whenever you randomly get transferred or your homies get transferred, you wake up and like your dog is gone. That sucks, especially when they're doing years. Dragon Warrior, English or Spanish? I'm assuming, I speak English. So, Edric Kelly, God bless you as well. Elizabeth Lensto, hope you good as well. Appreciate the support. That's that peanut butter protein, says Sal Pacino was good. Zachariah, how long were you locked up? I did over 12 years. Captain Blood says, bro, you are use. I think you meant to say Jesus. I'm not sure. Skeleton Bone says, are you in a gang in prison? I'm not in prison. I'm out. It's all prison memorabilia. And no, I didn't bang. I could have banged if I wanted to. I never wanted to. God transformed my life while I was incarcerated. So I was following Christ Jesus. You know what I mean? Jordan with the insults. Captain Blood showed my tattoos. I'm not going to take my white beater off, but fully wet, whole body, legs and all, thighs and all, back, everything, stomach, all of that, sides. Visual says subscribe, but make a fitness video, prison workouts. That's real. I'll need to. Gio Leva, what you want me to explain? JFT 97. He said you did 6 months for a domestic. Nah, dog. You can look me up. Steven Testa S25781. So go ahead and look me up, dog. Captain Blood asked for the tattoos. Nah, dog. Diddy, Speedy Bell. Captain Blood was good. SR. Why does everyone that come out of prison start talking black? I believe that I talk like myself, not like a color. So, yeah. Captain Blood still asking for the tattoos. Waldred said I look like an Arabic guy, I think. Mellow Rose says, where you at? Looks like a cell, but he used to have no souvenirs from prison. You got out in 2021 after 7 years. Took me a bit to reacquaint. That's real. That's when I got out, and I actually did 7 years, 8 months as well. Very in common with yourself. Yeah, all this is prison memorabilia, just for the podcast. Beezy says your beard's weak. Hey, man, I'm working on my beard. I think it's fire. You know what I mean? So, shout out to my barber. John Baroki, 13 years, man. Forever convict. Welcome to the channel, bro. Like and subscribe, man. Stay out the way. Stay encouraged. You already know God got a huge call and purpose for your life, bro. Salinthia Maxwell. How did y'all get through summer with no AC? That's that pressure, especially when you in 2-man cells. Oh, my gosh. Torture. Waking up, face sticking to the pillow. You definitely not having sleeping with no sheets over you. But if you do have them over, you pull them off. Sticky, sweat is disgusting. Beezy was with the insult. Definitely not. Faces Gator. JFT 97. Cap. I don't wear caps. You know what I mean? Tammy James. What's going on? Appreciate the shout out. Beezy. Beezy, you probably never even done no time, bro. This is keep it a buck. You know what I mean? You did 6 months for domestic senior papers. Definitely not on my paperwork, bro. Paperwork 100. And never no domestics. Ben Hertz with the Chomo come out. Definitely not. Got kids, not in my bloodline. Elizabeth, appreciate the encouragement. Captain Blood, how much money you spent on lots of tattoos on your body? I probably spent, man, probably over maybe 2 G's, if I'm assuming. My whole body's wet, so probably maybe over 2 G's throughout all the years in prison. John, God bless. You did 13 years in the feds. Welcome to the channel, bro. Subscribe. Forever Convict family, man. Stay encouraged. Stay out the way. Avia says, what's a chomo? You got to look it up on Google. Trap for family. Any tips on running the business? Man, listen, consistency is key. Consistency, work ethic, and reputation. I got 2 businesses, and one of my businesses company, and I get all my business from word of mouth. I don't market at all. Number one, favor of God, always bless me with contracts and jobs. But yeah, just good work ethic and being on time. Hey, shout out for everybody dropping the money in the comments. I appreciate the love, for real. So yeah, and just don't quit. You're not gonna address your papers. Facts, bro. You can pull my paperwork. It's 100, man. I already told you my charges. I went to prison 3 times. First time was a robbery charge. Second time was a high-speed chase. Third time was another high-speed chase. Accidentally ran over a police officer. So I hope that is good enough for you, JFT. Christopher with the Chomo comment. Jonathan Boyle, my sister's baby daddy, locked up for some reason. Every time he goes in, he's a great artist. Hey, man, that's where you can really hone in on your craft and develop your talent. What are your opinions on Nick or treating? I'm not sure what you mean by that, operative. Aveda Schuler was good. What type of business I start? I got a pressure washing company and I have an entertainment company. I'm an artist, so obviously that's where my music's under, my entertainment company, put this podcast, as well as another podcast, and I also have 2 record labels. Jordan, why didn't I get a bulldog tattooed on my face? I was contemplating about getting some face tats, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to. Victor Ortega says, you're depressed, what to do? Number 1, be encouraged. Know that God has a huge call and purpose upon your life. In the midst of your depression, in the midst of your anger, being upset, just run to the Lord, ask God for comfort, for peace, for clarity, and just be encouraged, Victor. Jesus is King. Did they drop the soup? I guess that's a spin on words. As good as it gets. You worked in a prison for 8 years and you feel the same. It feels like you can't work anywhere else. You hear that all the time with all the guards saying they're doing time, just like, the convicts. Pete Dilla says you like the song. I hope you're talking about my music. If so, I appreciate it. I am an artist. My name is E.I. the King. You can find my music on all platforms. Go run it up. Stream it. Bro, how much money you spend to make lots of tattoos on your body? I think I already mentioned, probably about over 2 bands. Reno Angel was good. Don't hate on homie because the rest of y'all are real bums. Hey, I appreciate the encouragement, bro, for real. Appreciate the support, dog. John Barney, he says, God bless. The 13 years in the feds, man. Welcome home, bro. Forever convict. Stay out the way, stay encouraged. Z Swan 92 was good. Thank you for the encouragement. Cat in the Blood, asking the same question. I answered that. Ben Hertz, just hang out. No, I mean, I appreciate the support, dog, but I'm not really trying to hang out. Louis Montelogo, I already mentioned the businesses I had. Hermatic. Hey, fellas, sending good vibes from the UK, man. We've been getting major love from the UK, man. Big shout out to everybody from the UK, for real. Appreciate the love from the UK. JJ Kill, didn't drop no soap, was good. Bison, come. Notice, you're my favorite streamer. Appreciate the encouragement. Sin, appreciate the compliment. Bob, didn't rock like that. Jesus is King was good. Abuson, Edgar was good. What was the worst? 11:11. What was the worst experience you had in prison? I mean, obviously seeing my kids in visitation. I mean, it was like a beautiful thing, of course, seeing my kids, but also the worst in a sense to where like I'm watching my kids leave and I can't go with them, and I'm reminded of my failure as a father and missing the entirety of my children's childhood. Hands down, greatest shame of my life. Sucks. Nika Jack P, man, appreciate the encouragement for being free. Never got to eat off brown tray again. Never. Hey, that's real. For real, dog. Them brown trays are over with. Stay encouraged. Welcome home, bro. Stay out the way. He say, Jonathan Boyle says your brother's-in-law nickname was Noodles when he was locked up. Man, they got some crazy nicknames in prison for sure. Luca Mesa, you're having problems concentrating on studying. You're in a blessed positions where your parents can afford you studying, but you have a lot of problem. Man, I just encourage you to ask God for clarity, for focus, concentration, Pete Dilla, thank you for the encouragement. What's good as it gets. You worked in a prison in New Mexico. Okay, dang, how was it in New Mexico, bro? Hey, Victor Herrera, appreciate the encouragement, bro. Stacy Barclay, how do you help a family member who's been out to break that prison mindset? He still lives like he's in prison. I would just encourage you to try to maybe introduce him to other guys who've done time, but who are big successful. I think that's the biggest reality of transitioning out, is helping to like connect with guys who've been there and understand the transition that can relate to him. So maybe pointing him in the direction of people who have already been through that and got out and are successful to help walk along him. You know what I mean? Galaxy Wolfer was good, dog. Where we at? Galaxy Wolfer was good, man. I think it's the first time I seen you on the channel, bro. Big shout out. Abuson, it's just, man, all the years working out. I still work out to this day. I just left the gym earlier. JJ Kill with the troll comments. Louis Montielago. No, I don't have any workout videos, but I probably should start doing chain gang workout videos. I haven't made any yet, but I probably should. Columbus, Ohio in the building. Desmond Cooper was good, bro. Daniel's son, you said your brother it gets out in 3 years from a 20-year bid, man. Tell your brother, man, I said stay encouraged, and we waiting on him out here and to stay out the way. And the guy's got a huge purpose for his life, not only upon release, but even while he's still waiting to finish up his bid. Tell him to stay encouraged. Chief was good, Brody. Cal Drago, appreciate the sub and the encouragement, man. Keep coming back to the channel for real. Gershwin says, were you involved in any fights in prison? Definitely. Luke, man, big shout outs. Appreciate the encouragement. You've been there, bro, here in Africa. You went to prison in Africa? Man, how was that, dog? Salinthia asked, was there a cultural shock when I got out? For sure. Technology was a huge thing. Everybody in society tends to be extremely disrespectful, while in prison, the respect level is like at the highest because the consequences for disrespect is violence. So, yeah, that was a big culture shock, too. Jordan, man, appreciate you as well. YouTube channel was good. Yes, I am Italian, but I'm like a generic Italian. I wasn't raised by my Italian side. Josh Ubles, you did 13 years at the age of 17, came home when you was 30. You can relate. And man, welcome home, bro. Stay encouraged, stay out the way. Honored to meet you, bro. Thank you for the support, dog. Brand Silvers, P. Diddy didn't even get arrested, so that's corrupt. How long did I do? I did 12 years. Blaine was good. What prison did I just come home from? I actually was released from work release, but the last prison I was at before work release was Avon Park. The work release I was at was in St. Pete and what's it called? Child's Park? Yeah, Child's Park at St. Pete. Hello from St. Louis, Missouri. Black Diamond, what's good? Pat Lee, what's good, Brody? Chief, I'm not locked up. This is all prison memorabilia from the 12 years of when I was in prison. This is just a prison channel talking about prison. Josh Fallout was good. Yavith was good. John was good. Shy Till I Die was good. I did all state time. Salute from the Shy. We got Chi-Town in the building. I did over 12 years, and it was all state time. Josh Biden's was good from Fort Lauderdale. 1989 was good. John Smith, I'm not a snitch, but are you currently locked up? Yeah, I'm not locked up, bro. This is just prison memorabilia from the 12 years in prison. Mr. Wolf, yeah, the chat does get a little weird at times, for sure. The Bandit was good. Appreciate the encouragement. Deadpool, bros test that they're prison tests. They do it in jail. This is all prison work. You know what I mean? I know it's fire. Man, big shout out to my dog, Josh, man, and my dog, Tim. I probably had maybe like 3 or 4 different guys run on me throughout the years. But majority who did it was my dog, Tim, my dog, Josh. So yeah, everything I got is prison work, for sure. Tara Wright, hello from Louisville. What's good? We got Louisville in the building. As good as it gets. You worked in prison. Yes, I am a Christian. Yeah, I got a man bun. Yes, I do. So you got the man bun. I normally keep it braided. If I don't have it braided, I rock a man bun. Mr. Wolf said he's been out 10 years. That's good. That's what's up, Brody. Stay out the way, man. Proud of you, G. Lukeman said, boy, tell them twins. Stay up. You just got out. You've been out for 2 years. That's what's up, bro. You had a baby boy. That's real, man. Big love to my fam, man. Likewise to yours. Happy Father's Day, bro. Stay encouraged, dog. Stay out the way, Lukeman. Honored to meet you, bro. Forever convict. Keep following the journey, bro. Sub to the channel. I appreciate the encouragement, Tierra. I will keep sharing my story. Christopher McDermott was good. NPC, keep preaching. I will. Thank you. Just got after 20 years in Illinois. Man, welcome home, bro. Kenneth Smith, welcome home, bro. Forever convict. Stay encouraged, dog. Joy was good. First live you joined on YouTube. I appreciate the encouragement. Keep following the journey. Melrose was good. Put your 6 days in and get paid for it on TV, for real. Blaine was good. I'm from Houston originally. I grew up in Florida, Sarasota 941, V-Town, Lower Bound to be exact. NPC, for real. Jose Hernandez was good. My channel was good. Alan Torville was good. Daniel Enriquez was good. Following 4JSL, there goes your shout out. Welcome to the channel. Glad to have you on, bro. Yo, was good. Look like a OG Kush. Nah, bro, I ain't bang. Neutron. Was anyone buried at the prison? And there's a whole bunch of crazy myths and war stories about people being buried at prisons, for sure. But I'm pretty sure they send bodies to the families if they can afford to transfer it. So Scott Mailing was good. Nigel, respect and shout out to you as well. Ludovic Martin said he misses the own Kanye. Man, I love Kanye. Shout out to Kanye. Spit us a freestyle. Check out my music on all streaming platforms. E.I. the King. Daniel Eureka's Prison Does Suck. Schmirky was good, bro. Daniel Gray, God bless you as well. Robert Clay was good. Apollo. My fam basically lives in prison. You had to go raise myself and a little brother. We did our great grandmother. Man, sorry to hear that, bro. Stay encouraged. And man, shout out to all your family doing time, bro. Welcome to the channel, man. Daniel Enriquez was good. Fun on up. Build some business credit when you get out. Definitely facts. Adam Meeks, he was a short timer, did 13 months. Hey, that's real. That's one day away from our family and removed from society is one day too long, bro. Stay encouraged. Stay out the way. Used to watch Prison on and La Vida. Daniel Williams, Scott Mailing was good. John Brady Barcocky was good. Tierra White, you're in school for criminal justice and you're working on reentry program. That's real, man. Keep putting in the work, man. That's real. That's what we need. People like yourself really helping guys transition out. So I appreciate that, Tierra, for real. Scott Mailing. Aneeth with the 99 cents. I genuinely appreciate the love, for real. Thomas Pays was good. Ben Hertz, why you look like Terry? I don't know what Terry is. Natalie was good. Helena Sin Lee says, appreciate the encouragement and the compliment. Natalie was good. LB Marshall was good. Las Vegas in the building. Shout out to Las Vegas in the building. Even in Australia, jails helps everyone compared. I'm not sure what you mean by that. John Smith was good. Ava, once again, Avid, appreciate the support, the $1.99. Appreciate the tip. Thank you for the love. If you mind your business in prison, do you get bullied? It depends who you are and how you navigate through your time. Some people, they just try to stay in their own lane and stay out the way. But if you're shark bait, people will kind of like run down on you. It all depends where you at and how you conduct yourself as a man, honestly. Sometimes you can go to a good prison but end up in a bad dorm. Sometimes you can go to a bad prison and end up in a good dorm. It all depends, upon each individual. It's a very multifaceted question, but that's a good question. Shout out to Phillip Island, man. B-Face was good, man. You got out, same story, went in 16 to 18, dang, 19 to 27, 12 years. Only problem is you know how to adapt. Well, listen, bro, man, glad that you're home. Stay encouraged. Stay out of the way, bro. Forever convict, man. God got a huge calling purpose on your life. David Lopez was good. I appreciate the encouragement, dog. Likewise. Hector Adery, what's up? Hey, we got Russia in the building. Chief Godspeed. It's called a prison accent. Chuck Taylor said he saw me on 23 and 1, man. Big shout out to 23 and 1. Most definitely. That's my dog. Alejandro said you went in solo, minded your own, 2 years down. Definitely for the birds. Every day is a second chance. That's real, bro. Welcome to the channel, bro. Forever convict. Jerry Graves. Stop using semantics. Charles Covey, been out of Florida, DOC 1 year. Been hard to save money. Bro, financial literacy, bro. YouTube is your best friend. Watch financial literacy videos. Skinny Stash in the building. There you go. Skinny Stash for you. Look at a pimple right there, man. Yeah. Salido, Juliano. You a homie or a home? I don't bang if that's your reference. The Great Ocean. This guy looks like Joe Biden. Look nothing like Joe Biden, Brody. My beard is fire. I appreciate the beard compliment. Donut Gruber. Gershwin Jaya was good. Chuck Taylor, Florida in the building. Unknown location was good. AA Ron. Beard is kind of need a stash with it. I mean, I think my beard's fire, honestly. I don't know why y'all hating on the beard. Frank Crespo was good. Appreciate the encouragement. Steve Beggs, COVID was crazy in prison. Go back through the playlist. I got multiple episodes about COVID in prison. Chuck Taylor, yes, I was 23 and 1. Hector, appreciate the encouragement. William was good. Andy was good. Tendo, may God continue. Thank you for the encouragement. God bless you as well. Andy was good. I went to prison with the beard, but you can't keep it too long. You got to kind of keep it shorter. But at 18, I ain't have no beard. Andy, Paperworks 100. Put your timer on Florida State Prison. I don't know what that means, Patrick. Oh, you put your time in. I feel you, man. Welcome home, bro. Justine was good. He said, y'all, they are weird for asking them weird comments, huh? Begin to ignore him. Arian was good. Hey, we got Scotland in the building. Marion, appreciate the love from Scotland. Cash Wright, no, I'm not Puerto Rican. I'm Italian. Andy, no, I already mentioned my charges. You can go back and watch the video if you missed it. Jordan was good. We got the mongrel mom soldiers of New Zealand in the building. Shout out to New Zealand. We got New Zealand in the building. Andy, Paperworks 100. How long was I in prison for total? 12 or 12 years. Paper Chaser was good. What workouts have you stuck out with? I try to work out 5 days a week. I'm in the gym. I do, full body work. I normally work out one muscle group at a time. Cash Wright, no, I'm Italian. Ben Hertz was good. Herman Adar, am I still but not free? This is all prison memorabilia. Andy was good. Justine, this man speaking live. Y'all trying to troll this man. Nah, I don't mind the trolls. Once again, I want to remind everybody, I do not mind the trolls. Y'all can troll and roast as much as you want, man. You bring it on. I got thick skin. Does not bother me at all. So y'all can troll and roast as much as you like. You know what I mean? It's definitely welcome here. What age were you when you figured out Bob Obama? That was pretty good. I almost read it all the way through. Damoni, man, appreciate it. Jesus loves us all, man. Pete Dilla was good. Ferris was good. Collab with your boy. Tired of working a union job. Okay. Derek Jarvis, man, stay encouraged, bro. Stay out the way, dog. Low key, no, I don't smoke. I sell Phoenix. Your teeth throwing gang signs. They are kind of crooked, dog. I ain't gonna care. I know. And they got chipped from fighting. You know what I mean? So, Damon, if anyone say anything mean to you, don't believe in them. Believe in yourself. Ignore them. This is jealous. I appreciate the encouragement, man. Jesus does love me, bro. It doesn't bother me, dog. I welcome all trolls. Welcome all trolls, man. Fostering love, and not gonna give you my birthday. You know what I mean? Christopher Murph, you did 8 years in Mississippi. Welcome home, bro. Keep your head up as well. Forever convict. Pick a number between 1 through 10. Unknown. I'm gonna go ahead and say 2. Avith was good. Do people get messed with in jail for no reason? Yeah, definitely. It can be like an entertainment thing. I've seen it happen a lot. Paper Chasers, talk about my fitness regimen. Maybe in another video, I'll share the details of it. Skit was good. All the way from Saudi Arabia, Ferris was good. Christopher Murph, Mississippi, a shout out. Lena, my Christian, yes. Hell Rel, keep going likewise. Tyler Saul, can you fight? I don't fight no more. Chantel, no. Sparking Trey was good. I'm feeling great. How you doing? Abel, is it hard to sleep in prison? Not when you're used to it. M97, I'm not in jail. This is prison memorabilia. Reese Fry, welcome home, bro. Stay encouraged. Lena was good. What's my artist name? Hosey, it's E.I. the King. E.I. the King is my artist name. What state do you live in? I'm scared to say, I live in Florida. Black Paul was good. Can you join? Sorry, no. Tony Fairchild was good. How you get that rep from working out? Arena Success, what's going on, fam? Lena was good. Fearless Warrior, where'd I do time? All in Florida. Pedro the Gift, what's your favorite break or spread? Just want to know for a quick whip up. Man, I like the classic, simple ramen noodle. Bust open, let it cook in the bag. Bust it open while you got your refried beans cooking inside the bag. Rip it open, go ahead and drop that block of refried beans on it. You know what I mean? A little bit of cheese squeeze, mayo, ketchup, mustard. Simple meal, but that's the protein power. You know what I mean? Ben Hertz, Prison Boring for real. Sky Mall was real. God is real. Sutla Bid was good. Michelle Smith was good. I'm doing great. Thank you for the love. David Vasquez, I appreciate the encouragement. Paper Chaser was good. How once we do a straight bid, somehow we coming home with a lazy eye. He did not straight and came home hitting the ground running. Hey, that's real, bro. Stay encouraged, dog. Keep hustling, keep grinding. Skywalk was good. Ben Hertz, stay fleets. Boy, free, don't leave the house. Sometimes, man, people just want to stay inside. Nathan Sim was good. God bless you as well. I appreciate the encouragement. Amir was good. Ryan B, short time syndrome, man, that you've been down so long, you want to get out. When you get close to your bid, you're just like ready to go. You're freaking out. Chevy Killer was good. Sorry to hear that, bro. Stay encouraged, man. Jesus gives healing. Got trauma too, PTSD too, man. I feel you. I'm trying to rush through these comments. I'm trying to hop off the live, y'all. Fearless Warrior was good. People do get taken advantage of, for sure. Workout routine in prison was insane. 6 days a week, I got it in. Michelle Smith, appreciate the love. Alexis Smith, I already know the artist name. E.I. the King. Shout out to Alexis Smith. I appreciate the encouragement. Somehow your lazy eye is crazy. Somehow your eye is lazy, maybe from reading so many books. Dang, that's crazy. But stay encouraged, paper chase. That don't matter, man. We free. You know what I mean? Jordan, you did 22 years. Dang, still eats with the, oh, you said your homie did 22. Still eats, covering up his food and handling his food. Hey, I still eat fast. I don't really cover it up, but I eat fast. Michelle Smith, we got Charlotte, North Carolina in the building. Ryan B, I'm not going to hit the dentist unless it's a cleaning. You know what I mean? My teeth ain't that jacked up. They're all right. Nate, do y'all do mostly calisthenics? Man, I used weight, with like books, and like laundry bags, people laying on your back. I did weight everything. I did calisthenics too, but I try to do weight everything. Pete Dilla, I live in Florida. Michelle Smith, appreciate the love. Howie, what's up? I guess I'm out of prison. Chevy Killer got out 4 years ago. Man, that's what's up, man. Proud of you, man. Stay encouraged. What's good? Florida Department of Corrections was a beast for real. He said Florida Department of Corrections is a joke. Jack Gable was good. I am free. Stay fleece was good. Michelle, appreciate the love. Forrest, serious. Appreciate the encouragement. You stay motivated as well, man. Stay encouraged. Stay out of the way. God got a huge purpose for your life. Alexander Tyler, man, I appreciate the love, man. Good to meet you, man. Glad that you're home. Stay encouraged. Know that God has a huge call and purpose for your life, man. Stay out the way, man. Great to meet you, Alexander. For real. Darian McQuill, free your bro, 4 more years at Rikers. You did 21 years and 3 months in Florida. Dang, welcome home, Amir. Ink Raps, the South African prison, come out looking this good. Dang, you're in South Africa. B, yes. You was at FSP Chevy? Dang. Yes, I am American. Shazi, Tone, Chevy, Abel. Yes, there is shady people in there for sure. Craziest prison story. Look at my full episodes. Whole bunch of crazy stories. What's good, everybody? I'm trying to speed through these. Who didn't get their commissary before you get on? Marion, then MSP. Ryan B. Toro. Gamer number 9 was good. Courtney Lane was good. Ryan B was good. Charlotte in the building was good. I don't glorify prison. Matoya, I just share my prison experiences. Dashman was good. Snox was good. Kiki Jones, appreciate it. Sanone was good. Paper Chaser. That's real. Appreciate the encouragement. Was good. And Grabs was good. Paper Chaser. Steven was good. Uncle Leak was good. Scott Winder was good. HGC was good. Houston in the building. PC, what's up, man? Houston in the house. Was good. Elijah Boy was good. Stephen Hooks was good. Sion Halo was good. Boofy was good. ER was good. And ESK Jr. was good. Ben was good. Sion was good. Boofy was good. Justine was good. Trey was good. Yeeza. How many comments, man? These comments are crazy long. That's love, though. Harmony was good. Kaylee was good. Mina was good. Trap for family. Let me scroll back up. I don't want to miss no comments, man. I apologize, y'all. I'm just trying to hop off this live. Brooklyn in the building. Cooler was good. All right, I'm sorry, man. I can't make it through all the comments. I'm trying to hop off this live. Hey, once again, man, I appreciate all the love, all the support. We are right now at 18K. We are on the journey to 50,000 subs. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. All we do is talk about prison. I did over 12 years in prison, and all this channel is about is prison stories, crazy, funny, goofy, weird, whatever, all prison-related content. So please share this channel with anybody who has not yet subscribed. If you haven't, please do so. Hit up the comments, like it, whatever. I appreciate it. Once again, also to remind you, I am a rapper. My name is EI the King. You can find my music on all platforms. I also have another YouTube channel. Look up EI the King on YouTube. And on that channel, I also have another podcast. It's called Let Me Talk, Bro. All I do is talk about my life, music, ministry, things like that. So once again, Forever Convict family, I greatly appreciate all the love, all the support. Love y'all. Y'all stay encouraged. Stay out the way. Know that God has a huge call and purpose upon your life. So if I missed you in the comment section, I apologize. Been on for almost an hour. I'm trying to get back to work, but I appreciate all y'all. Love y'all. Stay encouraged. It's your boy, EI the King, and this is the Incarceration Podcast.